members meeting. My name is Sanjay Sethi. I am the Executive Director of Plant-Based Foods Industry Association. I am joined by 4 of my colleagues today, Narhari, Medha, Aditi and Indra. And it will be a pleasure to listen to all of you. But before we do that, we have a prepared presentation, which we would like to start maybe in about 5 to 10 minutes, because I see that some people are still joining in. They are logging in. So they will miss out on that. So we can use this time to at least get introduced to some of you, those who would like to come in first. Kindly switch on your video. That will be nice to see you also. We encourage everybody to show the face and keep the video on and mic off. So anybody can start now.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Tanya. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear, but I can't see. Who is speaking?
Jasmine here, Sanjay.
Hi, Jasmine. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
So because your video is off, that's why it's not pinned. Anyway, please continue. Jasmine, welcome.
Yes.
Jasmine, would you like to introduce yourself to others? Of course, we all know you.
Sorry, I didn't know how there was an introduction round going on. I'm Jasmine. Sorry.
Yes. We want at least some people to introduce before we start formally the presentation, because still a lot of people are joining in and we don't want to start the presentation and they will miss out. But at least some people can start introducing in the meantime. Okay, Jasmine, please continue.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jasmine Barucha. I'm the founder of Katharos Foods and we make vegan cheeses. Been part of this association for the last 1 year and look forward to the conversation today.
Yeah, Katharos is the founder member. So we also have another founder member joined in IC. Weber, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. So myself is Vaibhav Agrawal, and I am Managing Director for Norex Flavors Private Limited. And we do make flavors and flavoring ingredients for different kind of products, including plant-based proteins and all the food stuffs. And it is a great pleasure to associate with the Plant-Based Food Association.
Yes, we will benefit a lot from your experience, Weber. You are an international personality, and Norex is one of the best name in the industry, especially in the flavor side. So we would like to you hear more from you as the time progresses. I also see we have a guest here, Dr. N.K. Sudeep Kumar. Would you like to introduce yourself? And also, Dr. Sudeep Kumar, would you like to also announce to our members about our partnership and about your purpose of joining today?
Good morning, everybody. Extremely happy to be part of this your meeting. At the outset, let me thank Mr. Sanjay Seth, who has given me an opportunity to be part of this meeting. Extremely happy on behalf of Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, which is located in Chennai. The reason I have been part of you is this university has expanded. We started in the year 1989. We are a government university funded by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research as well as the Tamil Nadu state government. And we had a separate veterinary university, first of its kind in the whole country. On this day, there are totally 14 veterinary universities. Rest of the veterinary colleges are associated with state agriculture universities. So accordingly, we have several colleges, 7 veterinary colleges, 1 food and dairy college, 1 dairy college, and the third exclusively poultry college. So we are more specialized in livestock, but a good part of our institution is College of Food and Dairy Technology, Koduvally. This institute has a lot of relevance to your association. That is why Mr. Sanjay Seth has given me an opportunity to be part of this. So we are we are organizing a conference, international conference on innovations in food and beverage technology for the sustainable future. So in this regard, I first of all extend a warm invitation to all of you, all the association members, to take active part in this conference. So I would like to invite you to present technically. The very purpose of this conference is that we need a good industry institute collaboration. Many times academic institutions work in isolation or silos. So net result is this new generation students do not get good exposure to the industry. And later you also employ them, you take a lot of time to bring them in your group. So if there is a better collaboration between food industry or beverage industry, plant-based in food industries, then students could be benefited. We could have a industrial collaboration too. So under that, in this meeting, my main interest is we want to invite you to present papers on the various food products and the technological intervention or where innovations are possible, so that the sharing of ideas is there. That is one. Second, if there are people who are willing to take up lead speakers role in any given innovative technologies, I have asked the association to pinpoint specifically, and so that we can invite them for this conference. The third thing is we are putting at exhibition as part of this conference. So we are making available a few stalls, and that stall we will decide to open it for public also. So Chennai is a highly populated place, and the venue will be in a very urban area, in a highly urbanized city-prone area. So this morning we had a meeting with Seth, so Sanjay Seth, so that we decided that we will take up anyway. I will place it in a core committee and we will open for public also. My requirement here is, apart from technology reaching the faculty and students, public also should know about your products. So accordingly, if the exhibition is extended up to beyond office hours, up to evening 7:30 or 8, probably the products could be visible. So I also invite all these members to take up a stall there. We will be charging, we will decide about the charges, probably minimal charges of nothing more than 10,000. We will try to work out on the minimum cost. There is no profit motive. It is only for a scientific interaction and better technology transfer. So that is the very purpose. So with this, I thank the organizers, PBFIA, for giving me this opportunity, and hopefully I wish your organization grows and you are able to get your research activities collaborated with institute like ours, where better interaction, better output we can give to the common man. So with this, I'd like to conclude. Thanks for the opportunity. And whatever is your demand or requirement where academics can, or research or innovations can contribute, probably we would like to be part of that. With this invitation, looking forward for all of you to actively participate. So my organizing team, along with the Mr. Sanjay Seth, will circulate this content. Please be an active participant in the conference. We welcome you all and make this conference a very successful one. Thank you, sir, for giving.
Dr. Sudeep, you said that the focus sector this year would be plant-based foods of this event.
Yeah. Obviously, food is an essential component. So I definitely agree that all food sector will be accepted, but we will give priority for plant-based food because there is a great demand for plant-based food. And the college is also named as College of Food and Dairy Technology. So food is a essential component. Definitely, we will be giving a lot of importance. But in technical terms, I would like to get more papers and more product stalls Why? Because only then people will start knowing. There should be more interaction, more activity on that. So unless that doesn't reach the academic side, it will become difficult. The organizing secretary has extended the date of accepting papers to 30th of November. So please depute or see that your organization participates and the knowledge sharing really happens. This is should be a good platform for academic side. We are very happy to collaborate with you because it's a great opportunity to connect with industry. Possibly in the future, you can also try how institution can take up research products or other activities. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Sanjay Seth, for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we will also talk about the retail sector. As we know, before we formally start, still people are joining and 60 people have already come in. We would open up today's focus is on the retail sector. So very quickly, we have a guest here, Nikhil Bahal. And before that, Medha, very quickly, can you open up the subject?
Yeah. First of all, welcome everyone and good morning. And thank you, Dr. Sudeep Kumar, for sharing the platform where we can connect with the scientific community. So over the past few months, the PBFI has been trying to forge connections at large for the members, whether it's through the campaign like Plant-Based Navratri or connecting with a lot of hotels and restaurants. So as many of you are aware that we have partnered with Images Group for the upcoming India Food Forum, which is an excellent opportunity for networking, as well as knowing about the requirements of modern retailers and making a connection with them. So we have come up with some choices for the members through which they can display at this forum. And we have Nikhil Bahal, the CEO of Foods of Images Group, to discuss further upon it. We would say that it's an excellent opportunity to connect with the modern retailer and food service operators, because that will be the most beneficial and the relevant lead for the plant-based food products. So I hope that this is an optimal platform to meet with the industry leaders and create a lead for the brand marketing and business development as well. So I will request Nikhil Bahal to share some of the details and some of the options that has been catered for the plant-based food industry members.
So thanks, Medha. Delighted to be here today, this morning. Thank you, members, for taking time. Sanjay ji, always a pleasure. So I guess, you know, we are all kind of familiar with India Food Forum. This probably is, I think, the third or fourth time that, you know, we are interacting. But the event is now around the corner. It's on the 7th and 8th of December. So just, you know, less than 3 weeks away. What is India Food Forum? You know, it's, well, simply put, it's a very high-end boutique event for the food industry, catering to food retail specifically and food service. So this is an event where you know, the focus is on bringing modern retail to come and engage with food brands, right? Retail is the way forward. I think everybody has come to appreciate and acknowledge that. I was watching an interesting conference which actually took place at one of our earlier events, where the spokesperson from HUL said that they had actually started you know, gearing up for modern retail 10 years back. And you know, they strongly believe in how that modern retail is going to lead the way forward. So Images also believes in that proposition very clearly and very strongly. And all our events, in fact, are catered to addressing and stimulating and further energizing modern retail. So that's India Food Forum. You know, our exhibition is now about 90% sold out. We are very deep into our conference and our awards function. So the event actually comprises an exhibition, a conference, a very powerful conference run on the 2 days. Day one is focused on food retail and day two on food service. So we get the who's who of you know, in the food retail industry coming in, category heads, retail and large format grocery owners coming into the event. On day 2, the focus of the conference is on food service. So we get all the large restaurants, QSRs coming in and attending the event in numbers. In the evening on both the days, we have the awards function, again, synced in to the theme of that particular day. So day 1 is the awards for the food retailers, and day 2 is for the food service sector. So that's, regarding India Food Forum. For the plant-based food industry, we've been obviously working very closely with Sanjay ji, and, it's been our effort to try and create a significant presence of plant-based food companies at the event. And we worked out very, very special rates for the members. The idea was to create a presence at a strategic location, and therefore it was decided to keep something very close to the entrance of the event. And a pavilion was therefore envisioned. And the option that I'd like to propose in consultation with Sanjay ji and the rest of the team at PBFI is that we create these branding and display counters. Okay, Sanjay ji, have we shared that with the team, the image of that?
Yes, it has been said, but you please continue to explain that.
So, well, it's basically a display counter, which is a back panel where you can cover the entire back panel or the entire panel with a vinyl or a poster. We give you all a counter with 2 chairs, and that you can do your branding there. You can do your display out there. So it's a very compact display kind of proposition here. And this is for 20,000 rupees. It is the best that we and trust me when I say this is all thanks to Sanjay ji. This price point, this otherwise was not viable for an event which is being organized in a 5-star location, and with the kind of cost that we incur in bringing the kind of people, the powerful and stalwarts from the industry that we bring in for the event. So it's a very, very lucrative offer for the members, and I urge all to take this up because we strongly believe that brands are created at the storefront, at the store, and modern retail is a great access point for you all to actually create your brands. And a forum like India Food Forum provides you all that access. We'd love to have you all over at this event. But this is the proposition that we have on offer currently, and we'd like to know if how many of you all would like to join in. So therefore I'd request Medha, if Medha could just help in terms of understanding how many members would like to come in, their names, and then we can accordingly take this forward. But and therefore it's my sincere request that we try and close this as soon as possible. Maybe by this weekend, if we can get affirmative reactions from the members on how many of you all would like to join, because quite frankly, this event is is a high in demand event. And I'm not saying this because I'm not trying to boast. It's just that it's an event that's happening after 2 years. So the industry is very, very, keenly looking forward to it. So, yeah, that's it for me, Sanjay ji.
This event started about 15 years ago, and it has been happening. I have attended a couple of times. So all the retailers, when I say all, means all, 100% retailers in the country are in this retail event. So it's a excellent opportunity, and in 20,000 rupees, not only we get a table and a vinyl branding opportunity for us, and a place to display our products, but we also get one delegate pass, right? One or two?
Yes, Anil? One delegate pass, correct.
One delegate pass, which includes 2 days of meals as well, right? Lunch and dinner. So it's quite a good bargain. We reached there with a lot of arguments, haggling, negotiation. But thank you, Nikhil, for making this great
All in good
offer.
spirit. Yeah.
Yes,
All
yes,
in good
yes.
spirit.
And you will also create that PBFIA plant-based pavilion and hopefully a gate there so that the whole sector gets the attention of all the retailers who are there. And moving on, I see still there are 64 people and more are coming. Before we start the presentation, very briefly, Indra, can you tell us in 1 minute what happened about our flagship program of plant-based Navratri? Switch to plant-based foods. Can you briefly explain to members that what we achieved, why we did it,
Sure.
and what was your personal experience because you were in South India at that time? Just tell us in brief, and then Aditi will start the presentation.
Yes. So we decided to come up with a new campaign called Plant-based Navratri campaign, which was between 26th of September to 5th of October. This 10 days long event was hugely supported. So we had partners including Business World and Veganuary. So we were able to reach over 20 lakh professionals during this event virtually. And apart from that, we were also able to connect with students, that too in person. So we went to across 13 institutes all over India.
About 5,000 students.
Yes, and across these 13 institutes, we were able to reach over 5,000 students, all of these in person, and we were able to host a lot of events. So these included members tastings. So a lot of our members, around 35 members had participated in this event, and including Blue Tribe, Wesley, and other members like Simega. So all these members had participated and provided their products for tastings in these institutes. So it majorly happened across Delhi, Greater Noida, Gurugram, and as well as in the south, it happened in Bangalore. It happened in Niflim, Tanjore, and also in Manipal University and other such universities. So it gained a lot of response. So these young students are not only consumers. So apart from increasing the market size, we were also able to inculcate this knowledge, which was not only theoretical but also practical, because they were actually able to taste these products and experience it firsthand. So they were also so we also were able to inculcate this kind of curiosity which researchers very much need. And uh, it is one part is about expanding the consumers, and the other part is about increasing the scientific community as well. So it was a huge success, and the next time we'll come up with the second edition in 6 months' time, and we hope all of our members participate in it. Yeah.
Yeah, during the Navratri campaign, we also had chef competitions. So Prakashi, I can see, was here. He was one of the judges in that. And Narari, you were also involved. Can both of you talk about that, a little bit about the chef competition? Narari, can you come in first?
Sure, sir.
Yes, Narari, you are on mute.
Right. So we actually organize chef competitions in major hospitality colleges such as IHM Mumbai and KR Mangalam University. So in these institutes, the students were actually informed about what plant-based foods are, because even they were hearing about them for the first time. And when they got to realize that, okay, there are products that actually look like meat and taste like meat but are made from vegetarian or vegan ingredients, so they were very excited and intrigued to know more about it. So these students actually created some unique dishes, amazing dishes, and and were apprised about the benefits of plant-based foods, not only in the taste perspective but also in the sustainability perspective or health perspective or animal welfare perspective. So I believe this has acted as a seed that we sowed in their minds, and sooner or later this will actually help them build a career into sustainability sector, but also in the food sector at the same time.
Prakashi. You're on the
You're
mute.
on mute.
Namaste. Sorry about that. So we were really privileged to be a part of that. There were a few startups that were present there, and some of the startups were even showcasing their products. So it was really exciting to see that every one of the students there from a lot of different colleges were very, very interested in what plant-based foods are. A lot of them, thought it was just vegetarian food, but once we explained everything to them, they all really put in a great effort. And I think overall it was a fun competition, from which the key takeaway for everyone was that there is an alternative way to think about food, and there is a reason why people need to think about that kind of food. And I think that was a really inspiring session for everyone who was there. And I'm sure it would have left an impact. And this is what we need to do, right? Sort of educate the future decision makers of the food industry, because unless they know what is the right thing, we can't really have any order. So we're really privileged.
Mahima, you were also there, and Sonal. Sonal, can you come in first, please?
Yes, Sanjay ji. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sonal first and Mahima next.
Yeah, Sanjay ji. Yeah, please tell me how can I contribute.
So whichever way you would like to share your experience, you were there in one or two places in during Navratri campaign.
Yeah. So it was a fabulous college, all arranged because of Sanjay ji's expertise in his very effective networking skills, I'll say. That is why the Plant-Based Food Industry Association could get a foothold in such a prestigious college the other day. That's my personal take. And,
you were at Delhi Technological University.
Yes, Delhi Technological University. Amazing interaction with the students out there, and an amazing branding opportunity, I'll also say, for all the brands out there. So we were about, I think, 5 to 10 brands, somewhere in this middle range of brands doing actively sampling, and the students showing active interest back into the products. And a lot of learning for, I think, both the sectors. So one sector being of student community, the other sector being of the Plant-Based Food Industry Association. Because I think so much to learn. So yeah, so White Cup vegan foods, ice creams, butter, lassi, buttermilk, dahi. You all had an amazing time interacting with the students.
I got that opportunity because of my daughter who studies there. So over to you, Mahima.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, I'm going to echo what Sonal said. And it was, I think in addition to that, I'd like to say it was a great opportunity for us to meet with other brands. A lot of them I met Sonal also through the plant-based Navratri campaign.
Which company are you from?
So I'm from Weekend
You must introduce your company. This is your chance. Say something about your company also.
So we are a frozen plant-based food brand in this space, and we are doing things like burger patties, nuggets, sausages, a galati kebab, vegan sauces, a cheese sauce, a barbecue sauce. So we've got basically, it's all heat and eat, it's ready to eat, it's clean label and frozen. So it's convenient to put in people's homes. They can, put it together. And we had a great time doing tastings at all through the plant-based Navratri campaign. And I think, like I said, it was a great opportunity to meet others in the same space, put faces to the names that we are now starting to see in the market, and getting to know, others, and kind of seeing a face, talking to each other about the challenges we are facing, the difficulties we are there, the successes we've had. And I think it was just a great place to also expose ourselves to the public, understand how little sometimes people know. The students, some of them, and teachers and faculty they didn't understand. What do you mean non-dairy cheese sauce? What do you mean, plant-based meat? It looks like meat. I don't want to try it. I'm vegetarian. Why should I try it? Is it the same texture? What are you trying to achieve?
Okay, so your audio is some problem there.
So I think there were some great conversations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahima. Sairaj, your organization also got an opportunity to go to the US and attend the event there, Plant-Based Food Association. Can you share some experience from there?
Hi, Sanjay ji. Hi, everybody. Yes, that opportunity was, if you ask me, life-changing. It was superb. There were close to 250 odd companies from across the world, and unfortunately, we were the only Indian company there. And there was another company which is not an Indian company, but the Indian origin founders. But the exposure was tremendous. One thing for sure we could realize is what the world is doing. There are so many things new things that are there, which different people are doing from across the world. And it was also a great opportunity to network with a lot of US people there, because now we are sending our, we are going to be sending our first consignment to US in the coming month. Hopefully it should go get around with and close. But yeah, so the lot of response from the food services sector. There were a lot of retailers who had come to visit, and they are very bullish about plant-based in the US. US is a massive market for everyone. And not only US, but we got a few very good leads for exports from other countries also, which we are following up with and we are talking to. So all in all, it was great exposure. It was a superb opportunity. Even my US partners who were there, they were there. So we got a lot of leads which they are following up on, and there's very good response for our products. We are very bullish about the market. We have taken a lot of samples, plus I've sent a lot of samples before. So sampling has been done extensively in US, and yeah, we are very hopeful for that market now.
Samir Pasad, would you like to introduce yourself? You have been in news recently, Samir. Can you share some of your experiences? I think Samir is on the mute. So Aditi, you can start the presentation. So requesting everybody now to give your suggestions after the presentation is over as to how we should be conducting ourselves in the next year. It is time that we have almost completed this year, and we should now start forming our governing board and those 4 work streams, so that we start getting you with some leadership roles there. And we have our founder membership team is also complete now. So requesting Aditi to start the presentation, and requesting everybody to come up with your suggestions that how we should go from here. Aditi.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Aditi. I'll just share my screen. Let me know when you can see it. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, it is visible.
All right. So welcome everyone to PBFIA's members meet. For those of you who are new here, PBFIA is Plant-Based Foods Industry Association. So this is a meeting where we come together to discuss how PBFIA can play a role to grow the industry together. And this visual that you see right here, this is from the first Plant-Based Food Summit that we had this year in 2022 in Delhi. We are also planning to have it in 2023. This was the first time when we all came together as an industry with PBFIA, and we created this huge impact, and we are hoping to make this even more grand next year, and initiate this revolution. So just to start with, when we started off, we were just a small family, and now we have grown to 75 plus PBFIA members. And it is our pleasure to, get to connect with all of you, learn every day about what are the challenges you all face, what are the consumer trends, what is the kind of acceptance you are getting. It is a learning experience for us every day, and it is our pleasure to be able to help you in any way possible that we can. So PBFIA, I've been given this task to sum it all up in 3 minutes, which I kind of struggled with because there were so many things that we did, but I will try my level best to show what we've done with all of you, with our collaboration. So the next image is a glimpse of the PBFIA outreach, which we were able to achieve with all of your support. So if you see, there is the plant-based Navratri campaign images over here. These are the students. This is the interaction with the scientific community, which is very, very essential to, to build the pillar, which is innovation. We also launched 3 reports so far, and the links we will circulate if you still haven't been able to look at them. Other than that, we've had multiple speaking opportunities with our fellow members where we've spoken about topics like plant-based foods. What are the trends that the investors are looking at? What is that pleases the investors? What are the innovations that are happening in the ingredients segment, the manufacturing segment, all of it. So we have members. We give the opportunity to the members as well to speak as panelists at big events like Anu Foods, Phi and High, etc. And also we've had the initiation of the first protein cluster, which we did engagement with multiple universities. So this is just a glimpse of what we've been doing. I will touch upon a few of them here. So the promotion in the HoReCa sector, of course, we all know that the HoReCa segment is very, very essential for us to grow as an industry. PBFIA, we appeal to restaurants in big cities to introduce vegan menus because we know that once we get to enter these, we'll be able to directly get access to the consumers. When they taste our products, they will know how far we've come. In fact, Sir was at the podium at the Indian Culinary Forum Knowledge Summit, where he pitched to all the hoteliers out there to introduce vegan food menus. We are also in conversation with all these federations and associations so that they can get us in touch with multiple restaurants and then they can start introducing vegan menus. And this will greatly benefit our industry. So we are continuously working towards it. If there is anything that comes to your mind in this segment, any conversations that you have been having already, do get in touch with us so we can collaborate on this. Moving on to the scientific community, innovation, like we said, forms an important pillar. And for that, we need to have access to the right scientific community. For that, we need to engage with the right universities. So PBFIA is in conversation with multiple universities to create a virtual center of excellence where we can, engage the students, the culinary hospitality students, as well as the food technologists to engage with the plant-based food industry. Also, we are in conversation to build this concept of a master's degree program on plant-based foods with a few culinary institutes. We know this will largely benefit our industry because a lot of you reach out to us regarding when you look for food scientists or chefs which are focused on plant-based foods. So we hope this will help you in those domains. And of course, the Navratri campaign where we physically reached out, like Indra and Sir mentioned, we physically reached out to these institutes. We virtually conducted sessions with multiple universities, and we reached over 5,000 students, raising awareness. And it was great to see that they were interested in this segment. And when they saw the kind of innovations we've been doing, a lot of them said that they would be interested in joining plant-based courses or companies as well. So that was a matter of pride for us. This is just a glimpse of, if you see, Sir mentioned the plant-based competition. This was in IHM. This is KR Mangalam. So we've had we have had support from all our members, which we are very grateful for. And hopefully in the coming years, we'll keep building this plant-based Navratri campaign to make it, more impactful. And this year we had it nationwide. We can make it international, and there is no limit when all of us are together. But this year we had 35 members directly participating and multiple supporting partners, 13 universities. It was a great campaign in partnership with Business World and Veganuary. So this was the campaign part that we covered. Quickly moving on to the policy advocacy. So a lot of you mentioned that there are certain issues that you all face, and they can be resolved only when we come together collectively. We at PBFI identify that, and utilizing Sir's experience in these domains, we have built these representations. One is the GST price parity. The second is the entrepreneurship development cell with the FSSAI that we are planning on proposing. And then the third one, the plant protein cluster that I mentioned, the plant-based common services center. So we can localize everything, which will greatly reduce the prices and benefit our industry. So these are certain segments that we are working on. We are submitting these proposals, these representations to the government. And the plant protein cluster, we have identified 12 locations so far. to build on. And we know a lot of you expressed interest before as well when we initiated this concept, and we would love to work with you all. If any of you have interest in this segment, we can work together on it. You can reach out to us. You have Sir's number, or you can reach out to us via Teams as well. And we can collaborate and work on building something grand and revolutionary in these 12 identified locations, which is called the plant protein cluster. And it is the need of the hour. In the years that are coming, this for sure is going to grow. So it would be great to have you all invest given your inputs as well.
Can you talk about the logic of these clusters, how we arrived at this, and can you read out the list also?
Yeah, sure, sir. So there was a lot of research that our team did before we finalized these 12 locations. So we kept in mind that what is the kind of production that is happening, where is the pulse production happening, millet production happening, soybean, etc. Where is it concentrated? That was one of the factors. Transportation was one of the factors where it will be easier for us to reach to the prime locations. The ports were one of the factors where we have the Chennai port, Mumbai port, etc. So that we can have the international exports as well. The freight corridors were kept into consideration. The expressways were kept into consideration, where we have connectivity from north to south, from east to west. So we made sure that we have all of these in mind, and we can show you a map later on when we discuss this further, where we can show that how these are the nodal points where all these connect. So if you see Bhavpur, Bhiwadi is the main region we felt where this could grow exponentially. So Bhiwadi is one of the main regions, and then we have Cuttack in Odisha, Hazaribagh, Dankuni, Jaora, Ratlam, Kokrajhar, Nagpur. Nagpur is again the central part of India, so it will provide great connectivity. Tumakuru, Vadodara, Vellore, and Vijayawada. So we have initiated discussions, in fact, with multiple companies and universities already. So it would be great if you could reach out to us if you're interested. And all the research that went into it, we've already done that part. So it would give us a big kickstart to just start developing on these locations. Sir, is there anything you'd like to add, considering you are from the agricultural space?
No. Kindly wrap it up now.
Sure. Yeah. I'll quickly move on to the events that we've supported so far and the ones that we are planning on supporting or organizing. So here is a list of the ones at the top that we have supported so far. So like Nikhil also mentioned that there are certain special discounts that we get, special representation to the plant-based industry that we get. All this happens because PBFIA, we collaborate with them, we reach out to them, and we ask them for a space for the plant-based industry specifically. So that gives us that special attention. We hope we can keep doing more such events going forward, more speaker invites, more delegate passes, more stalls to display. And the upcoming events, we can provide you a list. The India Food Forum being one of the main events that we are looking at, and it will give a great opportunity to give us the exposure to the retail segment, which is the discussion for today's call as well. So we could also provide you the list of the events that we are participating in. And if you look at our website, we can share the link. We always have these events updated out there in case you want to. And we keep posting these details on LinkedIn with Sanjay Sir's profile as well. So these two will help you stay updated with the events that we are participating or organizing. Yeah, and that was the end to my hopefully quick presentation of what we've done so far. If you have any thoughts, we'd appreciate that. And like Narhari and Sir said, that your advice and recommendations are really important for us to finally decide what we want to work towards. So we'd appreciate any inputs from your side. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So we also have a guest here from Insight Partners, Himali. Himali, can you please come in? I am usually accused by our other members, other partners, that why is it that PBFIA is always quoting the figure which has been forecasted by Insight Partners and not by others. So somehow the $5 billion figure that you forecasted, that is stuck with the entire industry. So can you please talk about your organization and what is the kind of work that you're doing and what we did together on the webinar and what's the way forward?
Definitely, I'm really thankful for Sanjay sir for connecting the entire industry participants right from the information sources for this industry. So we together were trying to conduct a research to understand how big is the plant-based products industry and where are the top revenue pockets for this industry at the Indian as well as at the global level. So during the course of study, we tried to understand which are the products that are high in demand or which are the country markets wherein the demand for these plant-based products is growing rapidly. And we suddenly see that the awareness for vegetarian food and the plant-based food is growing rapidly across the world, not only in the India, and there's a huge potential for this industry. And I'm very sure we all together can really grow well, both in terms of top line and bottom line, if we are investing in this industry thoughtfully and focusfully. So all the best for all the participants.
Thank you. And Raja Mohanty, sorry, I took a little time to reach to you. I know you are going to say why we did not choose Bhubaneswar and why we chose Cuttack as the plant protein cluster. So we had a lot of debate internally between Bhubaneswar and Cuttack as the choice of the place. So now I'm ready to receive all the volleys from your side.
No, sir, there are no volleys on this. Thank you for having me here. Feel privileged and proud to be a part of this association. And thank you, Sanjay ji, for having unconditionally accepted a business incubator, the first association to do so in so many years. While I'm born, brought up, lived a large part of my life in Cuttack, the first 21 years. But if you really want to see where the action is in terms of policy making and stuff like that is Bhubaneswar. If I were to handpick millets, while the Millet Mission had a millet day, I think last week, which was the Ragi Day, which was sort of celebrated, but it was basically a policy pushing that happened and which is so required. The action in Odisha for millets, production-wise, is southern Odisha, though another 147 blocks have been added and the entire state has been picked up. So that focus is there. While I have my emotions attached to Cuttack, but with all due respect to that wonderful city, I have a personal belief it is in a time wrap zone. Landlocked by rivers on all sides and business and businessmen having moved off. So that is where, however much I'm emotionally attached, but that's emotion.
Closest to Paradip Port.
Yeah, Paradip Port. So then we can look at Paradip. In fact, we as an incubator are going in for a millet activity next month, still figuring out and grappling how and what to do. But for Paradip Port, the distance between Cuttack and Bhubaneswar would be about hardly 20 minutes these days. I mean, by a normal non-commercial vehicle. But yes, I mean, there are opportunities which are there. So I would sincerely request from a pure business perspective to rethink Cuttack. I mean, you can look at any other location, but that is something where, because there is neither policy there, nor there is business, nor is there investment there.
Okay, so I know this was your suggestion coming, and we are open-minded. We are going to be guided by people on ground like you, and Invest Odisha is coming later this month.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I think we will not be there, but kindly represent PBFIA there.
Oh, absolutely, sir. That goes without saying.
And you are already part of the government. We have had one interaction already with them in Mumbai. I and Aditi met them. But coming to now, I think Mahendra Mehta wanted to say something. Sorry, Mahendra, I took long to reach you. You are on the mute. You are on the mute.
Afternoon. So I'm from Bombay and I work as a vice president in Canberra specialty ingredient. We had been importing a lot of food ingredient, vegan ingredient or maybe the vegetarian, like soya protein isolate, pea protein, rice protein. And we are looking forward that if there is an industry which make in India, because the availability of protein is like, it is a big task. We have been working with protein from last 20 years now, with importing protein, either whey protein or soya protein. Whey protein is a premium now. It's gone after COVID. The price has gone to 1500 from 500. So that is the like affordability is not there. When we have a protein deficiency, the affordability should also be there. And even soya protein is imported because of its quality. Isolates are not available in that quality which is required by industry, particularly beverage industry as well as nutraceutical or supplement industry. So that's the other thing. If some consolidated development of technology which is suitable for Indian condition, and it is at present what happened, we sell soya meals in lakhs of tons. There are data that we show that 50,000 ton go at a time or 30,000 ton go at a time. So this go as a cattle feed or it is processed and brought. This is a 50% protein. So it converted into 80% protein and brought back, or we buy it. Our purchase is maybe 10,000 ton or 5,000 ton of isolate. But then there are a lot of price escalation in the process. And
Yes.
there are technology available. I am a food technologist, but processing of soya bean, I don't know much about it. But we had been doing masking of soya protein, pea protein to make it as good as smell like or taste like a milk protein. So there is a lot of work has to be done in this basic ingredient. We will not be competitive till we import the basic ingredient. The affordability will not come. When I say I am vegetarian, I am Jain, I would buy even in 1,000 rupees because I can afford it. But then a common man whose earning is 10,000, 20,000, he will not buy a protein 1 kg in 1,000 bucks.
Yes.
So that's what my point, yeah.
Unfortunately, we have the raw material shortage, and I was in Dubai interacting with USOA and some of these organizations, how we can activate these plant protein clusters, and also interacting during Gulf food manufacturing with various machinery suppliers, how we can reduce it. Because, as you know, even after 100 years of invention, insulin is sold at a price which is taken money out of our pocket. The same thing should not happen in plant-based foods machinery. So we have to make sure that we democratize the technology very quickly, very fast. And these clusters have been put up as a big buyer of technology so that we can drive that bargain. And I request now members to kindly focus on how we should function in the future. I know Sahil is there, Rishija is there. Kindly come in and speak. But before that, we have a guest, Ramesh Alapati. Ramesh, can you kindly come in and switch on your video, please?
Unfortunately, I have a problem with my video this morning, so.
Okay, no problem, but kindly speak louder. Your voice is very low in volume. Can you speak louder, please, Ramesh?
Is this better?
Even more, please shout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Okay. Yes, now it's okay.
Yeah. So good morning all. Thank you, Sanjay ji, for inviting me to this forum. We are a ESG sustainability impact company, and we have varied interests in working with companies like yours and who are members of the plant-based food forum, and look forward to interacting with each one of you at a later date. This is my first meeting, and thanks for the invite, sir. So we'll keep in touch. I believe there are various opportunities that we have where we can collaborate and partner and work together.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm based in Bangalore, and our portfolio company is Hive Organics. Hive Organics is into agri and related plant-based areas. So happy to share more and connect separately at a later date.
So I had the opportunity to meet Ramesh, and he wants to support the plant-based foods company also as a venture studio. So Weber Dwivedi, kindly come in. Weber is also a director of our for-profit company, which is basically floated to support plant-based foods industry association, so that we can take up some activities which are not permitted by the association, so that we are not short of cash all the time, so that we can have some source of income from PBFI. Weber, over to you.
Thank you, Sanjay. I was actually looking at the time left, and I was just going to type a couple of things, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak out here. So one is extremely glad to go over the document that was shared and the plan for the coming year. A couple of thoughts that I had is one, the scientific partnership with institutes that was the second point on the agenda for next year. I think is extremely important, especially given the fact that companies like mine and the other companies are very dependent on enhancing the technology and R&D that they have. So I think it's a very, very important piece. The protein clusters, I am based in Hyderabad. I would have loved to see a location in Telangana as well. I know there are others on this call who have views on what the locations can be. I would strongly encourage if you can reconsider. I can tell you that the Telangana government is very, very supportive of the startups.
Nagpur galloped the Adilabad, which was the location which we wanted to have. But because Nagpur is so strong and so big, it not only subsumed Adilabad, it also subsumed Jabalpur as well as Latur region, the entire Osmanabad region.
I absolutely understand.
And then Vijayawada. Vijayawada was just next door for you. So
because the states are different, the government backup is quite different. But anyway, I mean, I know a lot of people on the call have got stronger views, so I wouldn't want to make your life
again
complicated.
Open-minded, and these are the early times. So there
For
is
sure.
nothing which is etched in stone. This is an association which is run by the members, and members will finally decide it.
Absolutely, Sanjay. And just third point is if we can look at creating more platforms for startups to showcase to the investors and maybe support in funding as well, not directly obviously, but creating more platforms, especially given the global sentiment, and we know that the funding would be lesser in the next 6 to 8 months. So any kind of support that gets created
Yes,
there, I think would be helpful.
Aditi is the person who is supposed to be doing it, and her department lags amongst the all four work streams that we have. Supply chain, which I take a lot of interest because of my background, and so we are doing something there. Policy advocacy, which runs ahead of everything, where Meda gets involved more. And then, of course, we have Center of Excellence, where we had a lot of activity happening during the plant-based Navratri campaign. And membership drive department of Narari is going great guns. We already have 79. So Aditi, now the heat is coming to you. You are based in Mumbai, and the investors are all there. So we have to now get one activity going in the next 1 month, especially with the investors.
I want to be part of
the
I want to be part of the solution as well. So I mean, if I can help in any way in setting up those kind of platforms, I am, as part of Urban Tiller, given the co-founder, I am connected to a lot of investors in the space, and would be really happy if required to support in setting up an event like that as well. So not just the problem, but part of the solution. Very keen to be part of the solution as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vaibhav. 1 hour is over, and not half the people have spoken, and I was expecting something like that. So now asking Rishi Raj, Sahil to come in, and then everybody, please come in after that.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, Rishi Raj and Sahil. Rishi Raj, NutraFoods. You're on the mute.
I don't know if he's able to connect, but I can jump in for now. Yeah, cool. So just a quick introduction. My name's Sahil. I'm the founder of a plant-based nutrition brand called Plant Vita. We've gone through a bunch of sort of soft pivots. We used to initially also be involved with food products like tofu, fresh tofu, and a variety of different mushrooms, tempeh. But that sort of part of the thing, part of our business needs some reworking in terms of shelf life so that it can become feasible for the business. It was loved by many customers. We used to supply to a bunch of five-star hotels and fine dining restaurants across Bombay. However, for the time being, we're focusing on a range of plant-based protein blends. These are sort of solution-centric. We have a range for muscle growth, for weight management, both weight loss as well as weight gain, and then a range for daily vitality. Part of which we've also launched India's first plant-based kids nutrition blend. So this is sort of an analog for your Bonvita, your Complan. Instead of having to add it to milk, you can just add sort of water, and it is great for sort of kids' physical as well as mental development. And another sort of popular range of products are unflavored products that are getting a lot of attention. Yeah, that's what it is right now. Anything specific you'd like me to talk about?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
No.
Thank you so much. Somebody asked me for the presentation. Yes, we will share it with everybody. And those guests who have joined and we do not have their email addresses, kindly reach out to me. I will be able to share this presentation with you. Now, the others, can you please come in from Rishiraj, Prashi Verma? Kindly come in and now start introducing yourself.
Good morning to all the members from Rishiraj NutraFoods. Myself, Pankaj Baheti. We are working on legume proteins. We are doing research from last 1.5 years and start a pilot plant also located at Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So we are going to find out basic raw material of plant protein. We need assistance in R&D. We have worked on it on last 1 year and succeed some part. Need more R&D work to finalize our product so that industry can use it and find the buyer also, bulk buyer also. Our two requirements are these. Need assistance in R&D and getting the buyer.
Okay, great. So please, anybody can come in. I don't have to ask your name and kindly focus on the suggestions. Samir Prasad, in case you have come in by now, and also Prashi.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. So I'm myself Prashi Verma, and I'm working as a flavor application technologist. So here the projects, the kind of projects with which we deal, it's like protein supplements in order to mask
your company name also.
Yes, sir. Sure. I'm working in a Norix Flavors PVT Limited. So we are enrolled in a flavor, fragrances, and essential oil. And a part of that, we are also working in a mint and mint products also. So here, the more focusing part for the plant-based products are that is the flavor. So here, the different section over which we are doing research and development. The number one about regarding the masking of off note, which is basically released from this protein, different kind of protein and the sweetness whatever we have. So like we are working over the soya milk, oat milk, from the different section of that. Then again we are coming to the flavors which are mimicking towards the non-veg category, like chicken, prawns, and the shrimp and all. So we are particularly providing a flavor profile for the overall product, for making overall product profile also. So this is what we are doing in Norix. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Pranav from Ahimsa Foods, VC. Pranav, are you there? Parul Chug. Parul?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, kindly switch on your video if you can.
Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. Am I visible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sorry, would you please repeat it? I was just doing.
Just introduce yourself. What is the kind of work you're doing, and how, what kind of suggestions you would like to give to PBFIA so that we can focus in the next year.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Parul Chug, and I'm currently the Biology, and I'm one of the youngest awardees in the country. And I'm currently working on a novel probiotic specifically focused for cholesterol lowering. And I will be soon be completing that project so far. And I am being connected with PBFI in collaboration with two firms. One is Firmland Bio in Indore, and other is NBS Group in Bangalore. So we all are together, and we are thinking of venturing into plant-based foods. So that's how we came across. And also we have attended events at the first meeting at Lee Meridian in May. And after that, the Navratri campaign I have joined. And I'm also following Dr. Sanjay from the past like 6-7 months through LinkedIn. And that's how I got, very excited to join this organization. This organization is very great work. And I've also been to Switzerland this year, and where I have observed that like I went to Europe 5 years back, and being a vegan myself, I was not able to find any food there for me. But now when I went again, I think there's a whole menu being served to me, which is really shocking to me. And then when I came back, then I talked with people around. I said, yes, there is a scope in India also, because the trend is changing, the world is changing, and people are accepting. So that's how we should venture into this field. And as PBFI, they are doing wonderful job. And I want that many more such seminars, many more such collaborative activities should be promoted, so that we as young entrepreneurs get this opportunity. You're already doing a very great job, sir. And I'm being so influenced by you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Devabrata Pooja Sani.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello, sir. My name is Pooja Soni. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant and an advocate. So I'm a vegan since 3 years, and pretty passionate about how the vegan community functions. So, sorry, there is an echo. Okay, so about myself, I am into mergers and acquisition, and I worked across various firms for 10 years. That's my professional background, and I have my own practice into financial due diligence. Apart from that, I work with a brand called Pristine, which is founded by Milani. Presently, she couldn't join this because she's some prior work commitment. We are a dairy alternative brand, and we serve almond milk. We serve 5 types of milk. We have a very unique, and one of our best sellers is the vegan rasmalai. And we also have 5 flavors there. We have curd, buttermilk, we have popsicles, we have thandais and pedas. Very unique, very interesting, very tasty, very fresh. Just that we have a very low shelf life because we have no preservatives. And we do not intend to have any preservatives. The idea is to serve fresh. The challenge we are facing is we want to replace the dairy subscription model. We want a vegan milk to go to a house and not a dairy milk. Basically on the lines of compassion and having guilt-free food. So converting that and expanding on the subscription-based model for vegan milk is what we are presently working on. Like that's what we want to grow and expand for. Other than that, we're trying to grow, and we do face challenges, but we are small at the moment, and we look forward to make it big. Thank you for having this. Really grateful. Because of this, we get to know each other so well. So really appreciate and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Pritam Patnaik.
Sorry, I think I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Hello.
Pritam, Can you switch on your video also?
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you, Sanjay, for helping and giving a platform to talk about. I guess there were a lot of discussion between you and the team here. So I am being joined by the brand person here, as well as the digital part who looks after the brand. So I'm representing Continental Greenbird from the CCL products. This is a product which we have recently launched and have in 3 cities, which is Pune, Hyderabad, and Chandigarh. The initial set of challenges which I have been sharing it with Sanjay ji is the acceptance at the consumer level. I have been always telling that it's not about it's important that while we are catching up the niche segment consumers moving from their usual habit to accepting plant-based, it is more important for us to, as an industry, to make them aware about it. And that's where all of us in this call and are aware that this is an important part, that while the whole ecosystem works together, there is one part of the ecosystem which is the consumer, which needs to be aware, and hence they take it up there. That is something which will happen through retailer, as Sanjay ji was mentioning, that retailer has to be a party to it. When we launch any product, they have to be a part to it and give a support building the brand. Being a new category itself, what I believe the PBFI has been able to voice our angst on all those categories issues when somebody is actually launching it. Like for an example, the legal issues, what proprietary food should it be mentioned, what are the GST things. I guess that Aditi's slide was something which they have captured, and I'm sure they're going in the right direction. And the only thing which I would like to suggest is that think from the angle where consumer are more aware, more trials should happen so that the category grows and hence everyone get benefited in the ecosystem. That's all. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Yeah, and also Pritham, organizations like yours and leaders like Praveen should come forward and give the time to the association and take up some leadership position, especially the kind of deep work that you have in the supply chain side. And the advantage of Plant-Based Foods Industry Association being registered under the Section 8 company is that we don't have to really demolish each other through the politics and through the elections. And in a very nice conversation way and through consensus building way, we can accommodate almost everybody, whoever wants to spare time for the industry, and we can create those leadership position within the association to accommodate each one of you, whoever wants to devote that time for others. So my appeal to you and to everybody else is to kindly give that time.
Sure.
And also, similarly, Vaibhav, you are a senior man from the industry, Vaibhav Agarwal. May I know from you, what is your expectation from the association, so that we don't have a conversation after some time where you expected something and we didn't deliver that? Can you please state?
Yeah, Sanjay ji, first of all, thank you very much for organizing such a very nice session. We are learning a lot today and connecting with all the industry. I would like to highlight that when we talk about plant-based diets, usually we talk about healthy foods, we talk about becoming cruelty-free society. But one important factor we are missing here is that what is the impact of plant-based food on the climate change, which is becoming a very important topic worldwide, sustainability and climate change. And India has taken a target to become carbon neutral by 2070. And probably by advocating this, that how plant-based food can help India in achieving this goal by 2070 or before that, we can get some sort of government support also. So we need some policy advocacy on that side in 2023. That's my agenda.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
On this, I have a point. It is our duty to stay united.
Yeah.
If you remember, when we were in grade 2 or 3, we saw union is strength. एक छड़ी है टूट जाती है, दो हैं तीन है उनको करते हैं तो टूटती नहीं है. Now this is something that it comes naturally to us that we have to remain united. And for us to be united, we don't have to do something amazing. We have to just make sure that we convince or persuade those forces which are divisive, those forces which divide us. We must persuade them. All of us have a role to play. It is not the secretariat of PBFIA which has a role to play. All the members, all the founder members like yourself have a role to play, that please not only bring new members, but those who are inside, make them see that what is the value of being together. So Jinal,
Yes.
can I bring you in now? Jinal Shah. Jinal Shah. Okay, who wants to come in first? Khushi, Kishore, Rahul. We have very few minutes left before we close. You have a chance to speak. Yashwant, Venkat, Sunil, Vaidya, Samir Prasad.
I just one more thing to say. Can
Yes,
I?
Pooja.
Yeah. So we have a Mumbai Vegan Bazaar since last December. We had it in Mumbai in Ghatkopar. The World Vegan Vision, founded by Harshad Parekh, who's presently residing in the US. It was sponsored by him, but Dr. Rupa, and there are two people more, Ruchika, Chitra Banu, and Harshad Parekh, who are kind of organizing and getting many brands together in Ghatkopar. And there's this one small hall where we have different stalls for each brand, and people come and visit. So a lot of vegans, non-vegans come, and that has been a very good experience. At least for the non-vegans, because the vegans of course know what's happening and they come for exploring what's new. But there has been a very interesting platform on the local area for which is major population there is Gujarati community, who are their consumption of dairy is very, very high. So giving them the perspective, and then there were talks by some doctors and people were explaining. So they are going to continue. We also had it recently in Diwali. They are going to have something in Christmas. The idea is to keep the ball rolling and telling people there is everything available in the vegan community. So yeah, it's been really nice. So in case if you guys don't know, this is happening in Bombay since last 1 year. Yeah, thank you. Sorry to take your time.
Yeah, Sanjay. Good afternoon.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sanjay, and the entire fraternity of PBFI members. I am Sunil Vaidya. I run a company by name Fruit Technologies. We are in the business of post-harvest and storage solutions for the food for last 47 years. And recently we moved to the plant-based because we are already in plant-based industry. We are ready with few formulations of plant-based milk, and our target is to take on the animal milk and provide this to the Indian consumers at a price of 60 to 70 rupees a liter. We are already ready with the product. We are working more on it to see that how effectively we can do the distribution in India. And we don't want to go to any animal-based selling. It's not that we don't want, but we have to create a separate niche for it. We are also having tea and coffee premixes ready for the plant-based, so that it's a very big market, and we are venturing into that too. So this is our brief background. If anyone have some points, we can discuss during sometime later. Thank you.
Very good. Congratulations, Neil. We had predicted some of these segments about 6 months back, and recommended to the industry to come out with such products. So now,
yes, actually, we have launched our product in Dubai. We have office in Dubai. We have launched our product in Canada. We are going to start very soon activity in UK, and we are hoping to get the office in United States so that we can also start activities there in East Coast to start with first. And recently, I was there in Las Vegas, where we are talking with the people who can take our distribution there, etc.
I'm very happy to see that somebody finally came in Dubai to give competition to Rainbow, which is such a strong brand there. And wish you good luck. And our support is there. I will be able to personally support you as well, having lived there for 6 years. So, who wants to come in? Devabrata, are you there? Ankush?
Hi, yes. Can you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So, I'm running a plant-based meat company called ProMeat, and we are like catering to different B2B channels now. And recently, we also got an opportunity to showcase ourselves in G20 Summit in Indonesia, which is like totally funded by DST Government of India. So we are the only plant-based meat company there, and we saw like there's a very good opportunity in the Asian countries, like starting from like in India, if we see like we are very much aware about the concept now, but in Indonesia and other parts, it's still at the very nascent stage. So I think there is a good opportunity to move there as well, like for the export market and all. So that's what exactly I wanted to give some information on that line. And secondly, we are also trying to get into D2C as soon as possible, but we are facing some trouble in that. But let's see how it goes. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Congratulations, Devabrata. It is such a great achievement by ProMeat, and wish you good luck.
Thank you.
From Mother Kitchen, is somebody there? Kishore Parihar, Khushi Goyal, Gautam. Okay, so I believe that everybody has spoken or doesn't want to speak. Is there anybody else who want to say anything before we close?
May I add my thought, Mr. Sanjay?
Yes. Please continue.
First,
Switch on your video if you can.
no, right now I'm not in a good bandwidth.
No problem. Gautam, continue.
My observations about, I mean, I've been looking into this for a long time now, because I'm designing food cooking technology, which can make addition of all these new foods like millets and plant-based foods more easily adaptable or incorporated in the hotel and the kitchen menus. So, along with this, I mean, I've been a self-taught nutritionist. So, one of my few doubts about plant-based nutrition is something like this: that we are tearing into certain natural foods. We are tearing them apart. We are extracting something from 4, 5, 6 different products. We are using GMO soya bean and all this, and we are patching them up again, stitching them up together to create a new food texture with some binders and everything. So I was speaking to a lot of my Jain friends, my Gujarati friends, and other people who are vegetarians. I said, guys, now you know what? You're gonna be in, you can also enjoy chicken the way we eat non-veg, or mutton the way we eat non-veg. So across the spectrum, the first doubt which people face to me is that, यार इसका क्या है, यही समझ में नहीं आता है. No, so my suggestion or this thing is that the quality of this protein has to be, it must be good because so many people are doing it. I don't have the details, but the quality of this protein has to be properly established. I mean, when that has been done, then the educated people will be the first one to take it. And we are talking about, I mean, I heard everybody. So the people who will adapt to this type of alternative proteins are the educated people. They'll be the first movers. first adapters. So these adapters are intelligent. So they need to know the quality of the protein. Because when we say non-veg, it's a complete protein with all the 9 amino acid profile. So here, what are we getting? How it is getting? That part of the story has to be conveyed more, is my opinion, which I just shared.
Yes, absolutely. Those points are always there in the media also, what you have said. And we have great faith in the scientists that they will come out with some amazing new inventions. It is just like DOS 1 and then came DOS 2 and then finally Windows came. So something similar. We are at that stage of our journey where there's a lot of innovations happening almost every other day so that our foods can be less processed and more healthy. And this association has been formed to focus on those foods which replace animal sources of foods. So the focus is that it is not just sustainable, it is not just healthy, but it is also very, very ethical. So uh, noted your points, and that has been the direction that PBFIA also has been taking, and we have been interacting at international level with the International Plant-Based Food Working Group also. Jinal, are you back? Would you like to make a comment, or anybody else who would like to make a comment before? Yes, come back.
Hi. Sorry, I got disconnected in the middle. Hi, I'm Gina Shah. I'm not a member of PBFIA right now, but I am just blown away by the existence of such an organization and obviously the work that you guys are doing. But I am the vegan marketer. I have been a marketing consultant and a marketer for the last 15 years, but I have over the last 1 year, I've now decided to use all the marketing skills and expertise to help vegan businesses and plant-based businesses. Now, I just had a few suggestions as an outsider to so I'm not manufacturing anything, but as a service provider and as a vegan consumer, just a few suggestions. So one of the things I was thinking is, see, there are Indian chefs, I don't know if they know so much about how to use plant-based products. As you guys experienced also when you all did the chef activity, or there were people who were not completely aware of the availability of such products. What if PBFIA did some kind of a chef exchange program? Because you have these chefs internationally. So UK, Australia, all these are countries where vegan foods and all are used they've adapted quite a lot by people. So maybe those chefs could come to India and you could have like an exchange program, how you have student exchange programs. So that will just help the Indian chefs and partner with maybe 5 stars and all for such a program where their chef and your international chef are interacting. Or there could be something like there was JW Marriott in Juhu in Bombay. They have now launched something called the Vegan Wednesday. It's a buffet for every Wednesday they're going to do a vegan buffet. So if maybe PBFIA can do some such, maybe a rolling buffet which keeps going to different 5 stars. You tie up with 5 stars or you tie up with regular, it moves through different cities or whichever restaurants are willing to participate. And you have like a day dedicated for vegan foods, and where the members, the association's members get an opportunity to prepare the food or present their food. So that could become like another alternative for the members to let the customers taste their food. There was one other thought that I had is maybe like an online taste-a-thon. You have Standard Chartered has the marathon and it's just become such a big thing. So if the PBFIA could do a taste-a-thon, which could be like a virtual event where for over say 3 or 4 days, all the members have their respective foods, right? So they hold virtual cooking classes. Like if you want to use my soya nuggets, for example, so these are the dishes that you can prepare. And you can offer, if people are interested, like there's this coffee brand, if you guys know, Blue Tokai. So Blue Tokai conducts these coffee classes, like coffee making classes, where the class is conducted online, virtually, but when you sign up for the class, you're given the subscription box. So it contains the coffee and certain other things, and you can prepare using that box while the class is going on. So if you're doing this taste-a-thon, whichever members are participating in the taste-a-thon, they are conducting the sessions, online sessions, but they are also sending out these meal kits or DIY kits with their product to the participants, whoever is participating in it. So these are just certain ideas for helping the association's member businesses have a wider consumer exposure. And one last thing which is not consumer focused but member focused is maybe hold AMA sessions for the members regularly, like Ask Me Anything. So vertical specials, like you invite finance related AMA session, or there's a legal AMA session, or marketing, or whatever the supply chain probably. So these are the few suggestions I had.
Wonderful. Wonderful suggestion. And Janelle, do enlist yourself as a support as you offered already. And you are welcome to join the association as a member as well. And Pooja, Soni, Pranav from Ahimsa VC. Also, I see Ushi from Fireflies. And then Dr. Brinda Pujari from India Animal Fund. Gary D'Souza. Anybody who wants to come in before we close?
This is Jasmine here. Can I speak for a minute?
Yes, Jasmine. Jasmine, please.
So in the last 1 year, I've been part of this association called the Business Networking Association. It's called BNI. It's very famous. It's these associations are worldwide, not only just in India. There are chapters in every region and every country and every city. The fundaments on which that association is based is every week when they meet, each member is supposed to give one reference. So that's their give to the organization, and an ask. So I'll say, I know so-and-so person at Big Basket. That's my gift to you. And my ask is, I need, say, a food scientist, or I need a distributor, or whatever. And then whoever knows somebody tries and helps. And I think that model is really nice. And maybe we should think about taking that up, because I still feel most companies today, since I'm a product company, I'm looking at companies, we are all working in silos, not willing to share our information, not willing to share a lot of stuff around. So I still think there is this thing, oh, if I give out this information, I'll have competition, but it doesn't. You're just growing as a community. You're just making the whole vegan not the association, but the whole vegan phenomenon together. It's getting bigger. So I think that's really great if we could do something like that, and maybe a physical meet once a quarter or once in 6 months in some few metros would help connecting with people and having a face-to-face to build some stronger relationships.
Yes. So just to respond to you, we definitely had a meeting in Bengaluru and Delhi, and physical meetings. But Mumbai is overdue on 7th and 8th of December, which is within 1 month from now. When we have the India Food Forum, we will have a meeting inside the hotel where the event is happening. That is Westin Powai. On one of the 2 days, either on 7th or 8th. Most likely we will keep it on 7th December itself, maybe on the lawns of it, or maybe in my room there, if the number is not too big, to have at least meet up informally, so that we will definitely have a meeting there. And yeah, great suggestion there of gift and ask. So maybe Jasmine, we can start from you. Can you gift us something? Maybe if you know somebody in Deutsche Bank who can help us with some funding, if you can share his connection.
I will sometime.
Okay. So anybody else who want to ask something or gift something? What a great suggestion.
No, I'm not talking about in this particular call, Sanjay.
No. I know. I know you gave a good suggestion, but on the lighter note, people can always give their suggestions or anything that they want to share their knowledge or connection. Or they can, of course, this is a place to ask questions as well and suggestions for how we should conduct ourselves.
I have something to say.
Yes, Pooja.
Apart from our brand pristine and its daily alternatives, being a chartered accountant, I would love to help in any mergers and acquisition or any way I can help. I would offer to help.
So would you like to write it to us separately?
Sure, sure. Yes.
Okay, so also requesting Jasmine, now that we are going to have a Mumbai get together, if you can help us to coordinate and bring everybody together on 7th of December, so that we can have a mini plant-based get together, and we will also reach out. Aditi is there, maybe both of you can meet up and plan it.
Sure.
Okay, so if there is nobody else, then we can close it. Anybody else who want to say something? Any suggestion how we should be conducting in the future?
Yeah, may I speak up?
Yes.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Sanjay. So this is Hubert. Um, I'm working on.
Hubert, possible to switch on your video? If
No, not, fortunately, not in a situation to choose.
No problem. Continue.
I've been following up with the association's works and other things. So I'm glad whatever you're doing with connecting the stakeholders, bringing in things and making up a community. But what I feel is it is more for the people who are establishing themselves or already up in the numbers. So it would be better if you focus something more on the student startups or post-student startups, like student-friendly startups. I agree. Most of the things are like 20K, 30K, it are quite good. But the stakeholders are already established, and yeah, it is good. But it would be better if we focus. I mean, it has something to do with student startups, early ways, how we could connect, how it would be better. Like it is better to have a student-friendly entry in all the works you are doing. Because it'd be easy for us to connect with the startups. I mean, because we have been sending mails to approach with the stakeholders, it is not getting bounced back, and it's totally. I mean, like we know it's quite easy, hard to connect with the people when you're not in a scale on, or at least not on their radar. So it will be helpful if we focus more on how we can be on their radar when we are not on the radar yet.
Yes. So, Indra, would you like to talk about our engagement with Proveg and that you have yourself been a winner of India Smart Protein Challenge by GFI? Can you talk about both?
Sure, sir. So thank you, Hubert, for your suggestions. Coming to student startups, we also have a student startup among ourselves, Debabrata. So ProMeet was one of the student startups which also won the GFI challenge and have been making waves in India as a very young startup. And like Debabrata mentioned now, they also reached to G20 summit. They were in Indonesia and they were the only Indian plant-based company. The kind of growth that the young startups can expect in this sector is very huge. And to answer your specific questions, I can really understand that making connections as a very, very young startup with leading industries might be very difficult. But through a medium as our association, you can easily reach out to, say, even our members at first, and also to other prominent industry personalities for your queries. So if you would like to have a sample ingredient, so we have a lot of ingredient manufacturers under our association who would very much be glad to collaborate with startups to send out these samples. So I would suggest you to instead of trying to reach out these industries on your own, if you could reach out to them through us, it would be more beneficial to you. And that would make so since we are also very
like we also support many of the young student startups. So I would suggest you to do that. And we are looking to make it more friendly to all kinds of stakeholders as well. So thank you for the suggestion.
And you didn't speak about Provide Challenge.
Yeah, so Provide Challenge, even Promeet is one of was part of the cohorts of Provage. So it is an international incubator and based out of Germany. So currently they are having a specific student innovation challenge in for the Asian countries, and we have partnered with them to take this to another level by increasing the number of participations by the students. So this is a very important student platform because the kind of exposure through the networks that Provech has on an international scale is very huge. And in addition to that, the support that PBFIA can provide with Sir's connections, over 35,000 connections that he has in India as well as in Dubai. So it would be very helpful to you. So I would suggest you to kind of leverage on all these opportunities. So we put out these opportunities on a regular basis on our LinkedIn and social media platforms. So my suggestion to you would also be to follow up with these events or these competitions that are happening, so that you can also reach out to us if you have any queries, so that we would love to help you individually as well.
And also didn't want to immediately duplicate what was already happening. GFI was doing a very good challenge, India Smart Protein Challenge. So why fix something which is not broken? So there is already a good challenge in the country. So kindly do enroll yourself for GFI challenge, which I think should start anytime now. Indra, you had won one of the challenge at GFI?
Yes, sir. Yes, they have a good curated challenge, and you would gain a lot of basic fundamental knowledge from the webinars as well. And we would love to support you in terms of connections with the industry stakeholders post the challenge or throughout the challenge or anything like that.
Hope, Hubert, your question was suitably answered. Rahul, in case you are back, we were really looking forward to hear from you. Gary D'Souza, anybody else? Atharva, Abhishek, where are you?
Sanjay, this is Sunil. I have a few points to put to the notice.
Yes, please.
As you mentioned that PBFIA will be there in Mumbai in 7th, 8th or 9th of December. See, our organization is already 47 years and we have a big fleet of staff. We are also there for the Canadian visa. We are official partner to the Canadian government to get a startup visa there. So these are the various points which we can discuss prior in Delhi, and we can prepare a policy matter during this 7th, 8th or 9th in Mumbai, because we will be also there. So that path for the 2023 with promoting this industry, establishing the different startups, providing the platform in US, Dubai, and Canada, where we have our own offices, how to set up their office, how to set up their business. So we have certain expertise in that, so that we can discuss and we can put it to the member. We can also provide the American and Canadian institutes and the different companies for the different ingredients, as Mr. Mahendra Mehta was mentioning about availability of raw material at very high cost. So we can have transfer from right pocket to left pocket. So these are the different arrangements in my mind, so that we can bring down the formulation cost cheaper in India.
Great. So kindly write your number in the chat box.
Sure.
And
Sure.
what is the brand names that you are representing, Sunil?
Sorry?
What are the brand names that you have in your organization?
Alpine FZC.
Okay, and other brand names?
Yeah, see, we have 5 different type of milks. We have cashew, almond, oat, rice, and chickpea.
And on the plant-based side, you have the which kind of ingredients?
We have only plain ingredients and water. We don't add any gums, resins, blenders. So we have worked on it for last 12 years.
Wonderful. Great. So do register for the India Food Forum. All of you, those who have been thinking of, because this is the only week that they would keep the space. Otherwise, they would immediately close it and use it for some other non-plant-based foods.
There is a registration fee for even the visitors. It is, I think, 15,000 plus GST and 25,000 for non-member plus GST.
I think it was 10,000 registration for the delegate and 20,000 for plant-based delegate who want to also display something. Shiv, would you like to come in? Shiv Mudalia.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm sorry that I was not prepared to do that, but I was suddenly in between just breaking up that kind of a network disturbance here from me.
Welcome.
But I would like to
Introduce
join
yourself.
by next meeting that I have a lot of interesting things to tell you because we are the. I have a brand called Viganta. Just a quick 1-minute introduction that I'll take. I have a brand called Viganta. We are the first eye moisture meat analog plant-based meat in India. We have IP protected recipe, and then we have a very unique formulations that which I would be presenting in the next time with permission of Sanjay, and we'll be happy to connect all these contacts, and it's wonderful. We have to thank a lot to Sanjay who is creating this platform for all of us. It's a wonderful making this sector to grow.
And Shiv, please write your number and email in the chat box so that people can reach out to you directly, and do come for the Mumbai meeting. And what is your suggestion to us? What is your expectation? How you think we should govern ourselves?
Well, right now, actually, Sanjay is doing wonderful in PBFIA, but if you could able to build fund bridging activities more for this segment, the growth may be much faster.
You are saying fund?
Fund bridging. You will have to bridge the funders.
With a D in the end or without a D?
If you could able to do that and bring the fund, you know that the industry is going to flourish for sure. We are also, I've already completed my all R&D prototype is ready. Just we are entering into the commercial production. I'll have a one-on-one discussion sometime later with Sanjay, and then after that, we'll take it forward to more of collaborating with the team. And just can't thank enough Sanjay and team is doing a great for this sector.
Yes, Abhishek.
I'll just put my inputs right away in my contact details and everything. I'm sorry, been traveling for some time. I'm getting into this deeply with PBFIA with Sanjay.
Yes, you're welcome to also collaborate with us on the protein clusters. Abhishek, you have been on a consistent weight loss. So now I think you have already surpassed your target. So stop it now. Now eat plant-based foods.
Thanks, Sanjay. I'm the reason for weight loss is I'm eating a lot of core superfoods these days. So, hi everyone. I represent, I'm a founder of a company called Core Superfoods. We are a plant-based, fresh food provider. We are not into FMCG. We don't use dairy. We don't use any kind of preservatives, and we don't use any kind of sugar, right? So without these three things, and I've been listening very, very carefully, and Sanjay knows that I'm a big fan of PBFI and anything got to do with plant-based foods. What we are trying to do is slightly, trying to make a balance between not just plant-based, but also plant-based and healthy food, right? I think someone also spoke about that here. So that's a very interesting thing, and I always keep looking for what's happening, in this industry, which combines both of these, and that's why sometimes I remain quiet, even though I have a lot of questions, because I know that those answers may not be everyone. amazing to see the kind of effort that PBF has been putting in, and this is such a great forum, which I think more than the industry, I think people should, as a consumer, people should get to know the kind of awareness that this platform is trying to generate, right? What's the impact of, Sanjay, this is the suggestion, if you can do that. What you are doing is great for the industry, for the fraternity, but I think consumers should also get to know about how this impacts our lives on a day-to-day basis. That itself will be a huge education exercise, and that will help not just the industry, but also to grow the industry when we go to the consumers. So that's my only suggestion, but always a pleasure to attend this meeting. Sanjay, you are on mute.
Yes, noted, very well noted. And we had spoke about creating a kind of a platform for the nutritionist, which Medha has been spearheading. I know your wife is also a nutritionist, and we should combine your effort and take that nutrition knowledge to the consumers. We have been writing about it, by the way, and now we are going to write on our experience on the diabetes. And those who have an opinion, please do share it with us, because we are engaging with the experts and we have lots of debates on that, and we think that this is a very important topic, which is also very popular topic because a lot of people suffer from it. So those who have opinion, please send it to us before we air our opinion, and then you should not say that our article did not reflect the right thing. So this is your chance to say it, and we are going to really make it a big floodlight. We are also working with MICA Institute so that we can have plant-based kitchens, the cloud kitchens, and we convert the home chefs and small startups into an amazing professional setup, those who have small size. And for that, any suggestions or any consultant who can help in setting it up, that would be very good, very important. All of you have an responsibility to also get us introduced to new members. And if you think that somebody is not a member, convince them. If you think that you are a non-member, kindly pay up your fee and contribute to the association, because association requires not just your membership fee, but also your generous contribution or your sponsorship or your funding of any kind. So, or even any consulting work that you would like to give it to us, so that we can supplement the income for the association. It becomes sometimes difficult to run an association which is not a profit organization, to do it efficiently and continuously. So I hope you understand that. Atharva, can I bring you in now? Sai? Pooja Soni? Pooja is already spoken, I think. Venkat? Sitaram? Anybody else left? Okay. So time to close now. Any other suggestion on how we should govern ourselves? Anybody?
Can I add something?
Yes,
Hi.
Akash. Can
Yeah,
you
hi.
switch
My
on
name
your
is Akash
video, please?
Satyarthi. Yeah, sure.
Your video, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heartening to see that 2 hours have passed and 34 people are still in the call. Very good. I think spirit is very high, and hope we live up to the expectation. Yes, Akash, over to you.
Yeah. So actually, I was just to add on to what Vaibhav Agarwal said about plant-based foods and its relation with climate change. So, is there any research being done by PBFI on this about the impact of food on climate change in the Indian context? Because as far as I have tried to search about it, read about it, there's not much available. about the industry and the food that is being manufactured, the climate impact, water footprint, carbon footprint. So those kinds of concepts. Yeah.
Not really. In fact, Akash, while we make a very impressive impact on the environment by ensuring that people don't have to be fed through animals, they can be directly fed. But at the same time, there is a long way to grow. As you know, every organization is not like Core Superfood, which is bringing packaging in a sustainable packaging. There are a lot of us who are having unsustainable packaging, and that adds to the pressure. Weber Agrawal from Norex had raised this issue, just like you, and I'm very happy that to see that such issue of sustainability is being raised again and again. And as far as the water is concerned, you all may be aware whether it is organic or it is plant-based foods. There's no calculation of water. Nobody's calculating it. Instead of using 2,500 liters to produce 1 kilogram of rice, if you start producing 3,000 liter of water to produce 1 kilogram rice, and you become organic, you would be given organic stamp, and nobody would see the fact that instead of reducing the water, you have actually increased the water consumption. So those issues are very serious issues. Land degradation and is a very big issue in India. Water is even more bigger issue in India. Good that you raised that topic, and we need to move in that direction. But first, we need to replace, at least to an appreciable level, the animal sources of foods, because there's a lot of suffering there. There's a lot of health issues, and there's a lot of direct sustainability impact that we can achieve if the normal agriculture that we have, agriculture as usual, where we pulverize the land through plowing, we lose a lot of moistures as well as those friendly bacteria, and that means that we have to supply more fertilizer. When we supply more fertilizer, we kill more bacteria. So it's kind of a downward spiral. To come out of that, we have to go either for hydroponics or we have to go plant-based. So these are the two ways of solving the root cause of our problem. So we are solving the root cause of the problem one step at a time. There's no discussion which is happening on the water. There's no discussion which is happening on the packaging right now. And we are quietly watching that how the packaging is creating havoc and how the water consumption by the agriculture industry is being overlooked. So this is something that we need to do, but we are a very small association of 79 members. Let us first become 790 at least. So get us more members. Make sure that the association is supported through your efforts. Anybody else?
So would like to just give a piece of information that Tata Trust has conducted a very extensive survey before getting into the market. And
Yeah.
Sadhguru Foundation of Coimbatore has done great research on this plant-based meat. But I don't know whether they could able to put this into, publish this to any one of the organization. I don't know. But internally, whom I've spoken to, some of them has Tata Trust has gone to a very extensive stage of doing a research. What the information for me, I'll try to get into Sunaina, who's my friend of mine, was there in that to try to get it, but I don't know how authentic it is. Sanjay
Sure.
would be a right person to reach out to them, that it's more powerful than us to get those kind of information if it is available in for Indian market.
Sure. Only one thing I would like to mention here, Shiv, that sustainable impact includes water, chemicals, gender equity, your impact on the carbon, food loss, all those. It is virtually impossible for a nascent industry like ours to go so much back into the value chain and measure that how much was the impact. It's not that easy. And and only thing what we are measuring right now is that instead of 9 calories feeding to the animals and then from there to the humans, we are feeding directly to the humans. So we can see the visible impact of our action. And as far as the measurement is concerned, the question which was raised is very, very difficult. Weber, you would like to make any comment on this? You're on the mute.
I'm happily following the conversation for now. I'm good.
Okay, great. So anybody else who wants to say anything before we call it off?
Yeah, add one point.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
we are talking about vegan, the biggest opportunity is in dairy, like protein of soya origin or rice origin can be made into peda, rasgulla, or can be added into namkeen like gathia, papdi, maybe 10%, 20%. That will increase the protein content and that will be adopted because we are used to have barfi, peda as a celebration or snacks like papda, gathia and all. Because we had been trying when it was not available in the form of isolate. Isolate is more suitable, but it is 10 times expensive. So we have to have something like crunchy or maybe the soya flour can be or defatted soya flour can be added into the snacks food or namkeen and this thing. Where the volume of business will be much more because when you name particular product an analog of chicken, the person in our community will not touch it. Or maybe the vegetarian community would not like to touch it. When name chicken is a taboo in their family or from generations or mutton. So if you go in a product which are like, if you name it as a vegan peda or vegan rasgulla or vegan namkeen, then perception, even it off taste, it will be adopted. Or people will buy and give to their children because a Jain, being a Jain, I will not like to give my son or my family the chicken, whether it is made from veg or it is made from the real chicken. So in India, because veg population is like more than 60-70%, and they are pure veg, so for them the meat analog will not work. For them, there's something dairy analog will work, like cheese, artificial cheese, or artificial namkeen, or added protein added namkeen.
Mahendra bhai, a lot of people echo the same sentiment what you are saying. They think exactly like you. I have here, I don't know, Mahima is still on the call or she has just left. Because what
she has left, she is not there.
She has left. So the conversation.
Mr. Sanjay, I agree with Mahendra. All my Gujarati friends and Jain friends, when I told them you'll get a veg chicken and a veg mutton, they said, "Chichi, हम लोग हाथ भी नहीं लगाएगा उसको." That they shut off. Earlier I was so excited. All Jews and Jains can eat this, so that it will be a big market in India. All my hopes got washed away.
Same thing happened with me.
You know,
last month in
vegetarians are sick and tired of eating hara bhara kebab. They also need to be liberated.
Can we remove the
Yes.
question on
So
alternative protein on mutton?
Amazing. Tofu is amazing, but 100% people are not ready to eat.
Yeah, it was there in last week when we are in Gulf Food. There were many products which was on testing, meat analog type of thing. But then the thing is that people are reluctant to even test it.
Sitaram.
Just to add to Mr. Mahendra's thought, Mr. Mahendra, our company, as what you are trying to express, we worked on veg mithai, veg sweets without any cane sugar, and we prepared Diwali boxes, gift boxes, and distribute. The purpose is to what is vegan, and we got a success in Nagpur and in Pune. So we are at a very new stage, but next is New Year's event where and Diwali and even in schools and
We are
other events where we are
conference called
interested in.
Namkeen and Mithai Association of India, which organize every year one conference. This year it is in Chandigarh.
Let me tell you, Namkeen, but it didn't come out to the extent as what is available, because what is available, people are going to connect with that immediately in terms of text, texture, and feeling. and even the price also. So to
Yeah,
offer you
I
within
can't
that
say
is really a
that we have
difficult thing.
developed a flavor which is like a laddu flavor, which is used to make a vegan laddu. It is a
Great,
besan
great.
flavor. So when you make like a soya protein or rice protein,
Which flavor? Which flavor, Mahendra?
laddu, besan ka laddu.
That's the flavor?
Yeah, there's a flavor which is used in besan ke laddu type of thing.
And what is the name of the flavor?
Laddu flavor. LODD.
Oh, okay.
There's
So we are
there's nothing new for the
we
flavor
are
industry.
coming to Mumbai. We will chase you to your
Yeah.
place. We will come and see where it is. Atharva.
Yeah. So,
Yes, hello. So actually, Akash and I are based in Pune.
Atharva, we
Hello.
can't see you.
Sorry, can you hear me?
yeah, sir.
But I
Yeah,
can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm on a desktop actually. I don't have a camera to the desktop. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay, no problem. Continue.
Yes. So as I was saying, like as you spoke with Akash recently, Akash and I are actually doing. We both are based in Pune, by the way. So we are doing some research regarding like vegan coffee chains or vegan coffee basically. So like coffee is made with. I'm a certified barista, and Akash has been a vegan for like 3 years. So like what we have been trying to do is like do some research for like some vegan cafes and all, because there's no such thing as of in India or like anywhere like popularly known, right? And what we will be trying to promote is vegan milks and vegan options which go good with coffee, because I personally as well would like to have like a coffee with almond milk rather compared to dairy milks and all. So regarding that, I was just like wanted to ask you a question regarding
Almond
like
or oat? Almond milk
sorry?
or oat milk?
Almond milk. I personally like almond milk the most in compared to all the
I
vegan milks.
personally like oat milk.
Okay, oat milk gives you a bit of different texture, right, when it comes to coffee, and
Yeah.
almond milk has
And
a.
Aditi, you like with soy milk? I went to Singapore and I saw people having chickpea milk. What a
I haven't tried that.
What a great
I've just tried like
variety we
oat
have.
milk.
Yeah, Sanjay, as the gentleman was saying, we have already 5 milks and barista also the formulation ready with us. So the concerned person can connect. I shared my contact details. We have chickpea milk, we have almond milk, cashew milk, rice milk, and we are having soya milk, but soya milk we are discarding because against all these 5 milks, its taste is not to that extent. And as I said, our target is to bring the formulation price close to the animal based milk, so that 50 to 60 rupees a liter you can have the milk in India. So we have almost through with that. So the concerned person, any link or any chain, please my contact I shared on it, so we can help you in terms of technology, equipment, startups, everything.
Okay,
Aditi,
definitely I will do that.
Aditi, you must say something for soy milk.
But you should flavor it like chocolate and vanilla.
Which is the largest selling plant-based milk in India? SoFit.
So fit, and it took 20 years to build it.